Okay, so that looks good to go. Looks like we're going live. Just want to fix a few little things up here before I do, and we should be good to go. So just bear with me there. That looks good. Looks all good on my end. Just make sure this is muted. It is. And here we go. Just give me a sec while this stream loads. Get the chat going. Okay, so you got a few people in the stream now. It's not too bad. So, final thoughts on Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Now, we haven't had the weigh-in as of yet. So the weigh-in's not officially started yet, but final prediction on this. Now, I made my prediction video, I think I made it on Monday evening, and I uploaded it Tuesday, or I might have uploaded it Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure. But in my prediction video, I said that I was 60-40 in favor of Tyson Fury. And from what I've seen online, from people who were predicting this fight, from other YouTubers, I think every other person I've seen has picked Deontay Wilder to win this fight, either by knockout, either on points, or on cuts. I can definitely see Deontay Wilder winning this fight, and I wouldn't be at all shocked if he wins this fight, but I didn't think he'd be as overwhelming favorite, at least as many people picking him as there are. So I want to know from the subscribers who are going to come in and watch this live stream, what are your thoughts? Who do you have winning this fight? Do you have Tyson Fury winning, or do you have Deontay Wilder winning? I want to go and check the community tab, because no sooner did I upload my prediction video that I uploaded it to the community tab. I put in a poll, and 173 people voted, so quite a few people. And I'm just going to read you off what the results are. So a joint 2%, people think it's either going to be a draw or it's going to be Deontay Wilder on points. I can't believe Deontay Wilder is that low on points. The idea that he could not win this fight on points. I mean, I thought Fury won the first fight, but damn, it was close enough. You know, it wasn't that close, but in my mind, it wasn't that close. But still, I mean, Deontay Wilder could win the fight on points conceivably if he knocked Fury down enough time. So I was surprised about that. The draw, they're not going to do a draw again. I'm surprised that it's level with the draw, truth be told. I mean, I didn't think Wilder on points would be one of the most popular picks, but I didn't think it'd be on the same level pegging with the draw. That surprised me. That surprised the hell out of me. So second of all is Fury by KO. Surprised that 18% of people think it's actually Fury by KO. I'm very surprised about that, because again, I just don't see Fury taking this fight by KO. I don't see him standing the chance to take this fight by KO, truth be told. And Wilder, 32% say Wilder by knockout. Yep, not surprised about that. Good high percentage. But the majority are going with Fury on points. So from 173 people, 46%, so nearly half think Fury on points. I'd say that's about right. You know, I'm still going with Fury on points. I really want to know what some of the guys in the live stream are thinking. I want to know what your predictions are, because I think I asked this question last Sunday. General consensus was kind of, actually, I think it was even Stevens, to be honest with you, the general consensus. But I want to know what your thoughts are. So who do you think is going to win this fight? Do you think it's going to be Wilder on points, Wilder by knockout, or I think it's going to be Fury on points? I'm going to say KO, because there's always the possibility he could knock Deontay Wilder out. But do you think he'll get Deontay Wilder out of there? Let me know. Let me know. And also, because I had a good bit of fun doing this actually on Sunday, let me know if you're betting any money on it. All right, because I was doing what's up. I was doing a few little. Well, I wasn't doing the best, but I was asking people on Sunday, were you betting money on it? And if so, how much would you conceivably bet? And I was on Bet365, still on Bet365, and I seen some bets that were kind of, appealing. You're only betting on the outcome after the weigh-in. Okay, well, that's fair enough. The weigh-in will have a lot to talk about. We'll have a lot to talk about after the weigh-in. I'm probably going to do a video after the weigh-in. I'll just see, because it'd be interesting to see what they weigh in at. One thing I don't do on YouTube, and you'll always find that I never really do it for the longest I've been doing YouTube, is that I never really, regardless of the weigh-in, I never go back on predictions. So if I say I think Tyson Fury is going to win this fight, I just stick with that. All right, because to me, I've made the video, I've talked it up. I never go back on predictions, or try not to, unless, and I didn't pick Andy Ruiz to beat Anthony Joshua though. But if I picked, for argument's sake, I picked Andy Ruiz to beat Joshua, I would have backtracked that prediction straight away as soon as I seen him weigh in 283. Now, obviously, I picked AJ to win that fight. You can go and see the prediction videos, but we're trying to backtrack on it. So some people saying, what weight do I think Bolt will be? Oh, boy. But Wilder, I reckon, will be in the two teens. You know, I reckon in around 214, 215. That's a good weight for Deontay Wilder. I think he'd be in the 214s, 215s. I reckon Fury be in the high 250s or the low 260s. That's what I'm thinking. I think Fury's best weight is in the 240s, truth be told, but I think he's going to be in the 260s or the low 260s, the high 240s. You know, Wilder, he weighed 223 against Brazil, and then he was back down to 219 against Ortiz. He was 212 against Fury. He's probably lighter than that, truth be told, against Fury. So I reckon he'll be in around the 215 mark. The 215 mark, I reckon that's where Wilder's going to be in at. I have his box rec opened up here. I want to go back to the betting that we have here. So I have Bet365 here opened, and obviously they're asking the question about, you know, such and such. They're basically saying, you know, who do you think is going to win the fight? I'm going to go straight on. I'm going to click on Wilder versus Fury, and I'm going to do, because I remember a few of the predictions people had on Sunday. So I was using 20 quid as a general consensus. So I think Mark from Unrivaled Boxing, shout out to him, he had it between rounds, I think it was rounds 10 to 12. So he had 100 quid on Fury to win. I don't know if Mark's in this stream, but he already had that bet down. So say 100 quid on that. It's actually gone down, believe it or not. Believe it or not, that's actually gone down. So they've shortened the odds on that bet, because I think when Mark done that, he stood the chance. He put 100 quid down, he said, on Sunday. I think when Mark done that bet, he stood to make damn near 3 grand. And now you're only going to make a profit with only, I say only, you're going to make a profit of about 2,500 if you put 100 quid down on Tyson Fury to win by stoppage between rounds. What rounds is it? I think it's 10 to 12. Now, if Fury was to stop Deontay Wilder, I reckon it'd be in around them rounds, the late rounds. That's not saying I think it's going to happen. I don't. But if he was to stop him, it'd be in around them rounds. So it's interesting to see that those odds have shortened. That's an interesting one. I mean, I'm surprised about that. So the odds have shortened on that. Let's go and see just Tyson Fury by KO, because I put 20 quid down on him to win by KO. Well, I didn't actually put it down, but I put it on Sunday. And I think it was something. Yeah, it's shortened. You stood to make something like 160. So the odds on Fury winning this fight by KO, at least according to Bet365, have all short. Well, they've shortened. You know, they've definitely shortened. And I was just wondering as well, because Wilder to win by a decision, you got a decent enough return for that, and you still did. Actually, you get a very decent Wilder. This is madness. So Deontay Wilder to win a decision wasn't an extreme amount of money you got back on Sunday when I done this, but now you're up 220 quid if Wilder wins a decision, which he can. You know, he can win a decision if it goes 12 rounds. So some of these bets are interesting. So what I'm finding strange is, at least on Bet365, the odds for Fury winning by stoppage have actually shortened. So you're getting less back for Fury to win this fight by KO than you were just 5 days ago. But for Deontay Wilder to win it on points, you're actually getting more back. Very strange. Very strange. That's a good shout. I want to see, actually, Wilder rounds 1 to 6. That's okay. Let's have a check and let's see. Let's see, Wilder rounds 1 to 6. Now, I'd be amazed if he did anything in around that. Be amazed if the fight ended. I'm going to put 20 quid down on that. We're going to see what we get. We get even Steven 200 quid. Even Steven 200 quid back. Damn, I think that's quite low, considering the fact that I'd be very surprised if Deontay Wilder stopped Tyson Fury early. Extremely surprised. So it's not exactly a great return. Well, put it like this, right? When you consider the fact that I think there's more of a chance of Wilder winning this fight on points than there is of him knocking out Tyson Fury that early. And you stand to make more money with Wilder winning a point decision, which is highly likely. You know, it's not outside the realms of possibility. You stand to make a good bit more money on that than than you do for picking Deontay Wilder to win in rounds 1 to 6, which I think I'd be amazed. The only way I could see that is if Tyson Fury comes out absolutely all guns blazing and just decides, fuck it. Do you know what? I'm just going to try and knock this guy out. So I'll be very surprised. Now, while I have a lot of people in the stream, before I go back onto the betting, I was watching a prediction video by a boxing YouTuber called Boxing Technician, I believe his name is. Good little YouTuber. There's his link to his channel in this chat here. Go and check him out. He's only got about 13 subs. And he's kind of inactive a bit, but I want to try and get this guy more active because I've seen a few of his videos. He is good. He knows his boxing. So if people in this chat want to see something that kind of like I do, he doesn't go on camera though, but go and subscribe to his channel. It's in links in the chat there. Go and have a look at it because I want to help out somebody. I'm still a small channel, but there's some channels that don't even have 100 subs yet. I want to help those guys out because I like try and keep these guys motivated and I always try and give back because I know what it feels like when no one's subscribing. He is a good YouTuber. He's a good channel. So other people go over there and subscribe to him because he's a good YouTuber. I know how it feels to have a small channel. It's not fun. And when no one's watching your videos, it's not fun. You know, it's not fun. It does demotivate you a little bit. So go over, Boxing Technician, check his channel out. Let's go back onto this. So I'm looking here. Do we think Wilder UD? So let's go and say Deontay Wilder UD. Because if he is to win this fight on, oh my days. So even just to get a unanimous decision. So when I done Wilder on points on that Bet365, you stood to make, I think at the time it was like 200 and something quid, right? That's just Deontay Wilder on points. It could be majority decision, it could be split decision. If you go with Deontay Wilder unanimous decision, you're up 280 quid, return to 300. For 20 quid on Bet3, that's not bad going. And that's a unanimous points decision. So for argument's sake, we'll say Deontay Wilder scores a knockdown in, say, 3 rounds and then picks up another round or so. He could win that fight legitimately on points, could get a UD, and you've made that much money. So let's say fight just to go the distance. We're not even going to say who's to win. We're just going to say 20 quid on, okay, well, that's a bit, okay, 20 quid on fight to go the distance. You're not really making, you're making a profit, but you're not making much. You know, you're not making much. So let's have a look at some other things here, okay? So let's have a look at some other things. So let's go for Deontay. I can't get over the odds. I mean, the odds on stoppages for both guys are unreal. They are unreal. Some of these odds on Fury to win by stoppage are insane. Are absolutely insane. Do you know what? Wait there, and I will do this because I still maintain that Tyson Fury, I'm not saying he will. I'd be very surprised if he did. But if Tyson Fury was to stop Deontay Wilder, I reckon it'd be late, very late. So I did rounds 10 to 12. Now I'm doing rounds 11. Holy shit. I'm doing rounds 11 until 12. So the last 2 rounds. Now I think that's the most likely. I think that you're talking very, very, very late in this fight. So the last 2 rounds, if you put 100 quid down, if you want to be a big spender, 100 quid down, Tyson Fury to win by stoppage in either round 11 or round 12, you are up damn near 3.5 grand. I'm not saying now bet responsibly, people. I don't bet a lot. And if I do bet, it's more so football I bet on. But damn. Some of the figures that are getting thrown around in this fight are insane. So I want to see to score a knockdown. Okay, let's do this. Let's actually, do you know what? Let's go Tyson Fury to get knocked down, but to win. Because I reckon Tyson Fury is going to get dropped in this fight at least once. Oh yeah, I reckon he's going to get dropped at least once. So let's say Tyson Fury, you're up 100 quid for Tyson Fury to get knocked down. Let's see what it is about Deontay Wilder. Because let's just see what happens. Let's say Tyson Fury. Let's just say Deontay Wilder. If Tyson Fury does knock him down, let's just say, right? Let's say Deontay Wilder gets, I don't know, maybe he rushes out early and just gets caught by a right hook or something silly like that. Let's just say for argument's sake, Deontay Wilder gets dropped. You're up 100. You're not up that much, actually, to be fair. But the odds on Fury to get to stoppage, some of them are wide. Like, they were wider on Sunday. Like, you go back, that stream is still on this channel. If you go back to the Sunday stream I did, and I was looking at some of these odds were insane that you were getting for Fury to like win by stoppage. and they've shortened something crazy. And like nothing in the immediate time has changed. It'd be different if you started hearing rumors about Deontay Wilder getting dropped in sparring, getting hurt, maybe looking, a bit vulnerable or anything like that. We haven't heard anything like that. I know we had that flu rumor. That was a video. I forget the guy's name who made that video, but it was, look, I don't like criticizing other channels or starting that, but it was a clickbait video. That's all it was. It was literally just a clickbait video. And the dislike squad was out on that video. It was literally just a clickbait video. And look, people who use I get accused of using clickbait sometimes in my videos. I don't try and use clickbait, right? I will take a screenshot of a fight that's going on and I'll put it as my post-fight review thumb drive. I don't consider that clickbait because I have it all over the screen that there's no footage. So full well when you see that it has no footage everywhere. So if you're clicking on that, well, I'm sorry, you've read it. And I've had people come to me and be like, oh, there's no footage in this fight. I'm like, yeah, it says it all over the video. And the fact that you're saying to me there's no footage in this fight, well, obviously you're not reading. So let's see what else they have on this, because I'm curious. I don't do enough betting on boxing. I'm not doing enough betting on boxing. So I'm just thinking, what's more likely? Would you say a split decision or a majority decision? A majority or a split decision? Let's say Deontay Wilder to win a majority decision. Let's just say, let's put 20 quid on that. Holy shit. 20 quid on Deontay Wilder to win a majority decision will give you a profit of 1,320 quid. A grand for putting 20 quid on a majority decision. Could happen. I wouldn't rule it out. And if the roles were reversed, and we got Tyson to win a majority decision, what might it be? What might it be? You're talking over a grand. Oh, you're not talking over a grand for Tyson Fury. So 20 quid on Deontay Wilder returns 1,300 basically. You're getting a return of 400 quid for Tyson Fury. They really don't think Wilder's winning. There is even going to attempt to get a decision, which I think is crazy. I think it's possible that Deontay Wilder get a decision. So people in the chat, I want to know, are you betting on this fight? And if so, who are you betting on and how much? Or even the method. Even the method. Now I want to read some of these chats, right? So going back. Fury KO or Wilder KO. Nervous. Oh, that's brave. I really don't like. Anything can happen, I suppose. Heavyweight boxing. Tyson Fury, 6'9", 260 odd pounds. If he loaded up and swung for you, yeah, he could definitely hurt you. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it. What do I think of the referee and judges' announcements? I don't really mind per se. I said that I think Kenny Bayless is a decent referee, and he is. He referees, like, I'm not surprised because he referees a lot of the big fights. Kenny Bayless, 69 years old. He sure as hell doesn't look 69. He refereed Wilder versus Ortiz. He refereed their last fight. Refereed Pacquiao Thurman. He actually refereed Fury versus Schwartz. So he's refereed these guys before. You're used to seeing him referee Floyd Mayweather fights. Doesn't surprise me. Kenny Bayless, I think more so the fact that it's in Vegas. If this had been in LA or somewhere like that, you probably wouldn't have seen Kenny Bayless, because I think he's more so kind of the Las Vegas kind of number one guy for these kind of things. You might have seen Jack Reese again. Jack Reese done a fine job the first time. Jack Reese done an absolutely spot-on job the first time. Absolutely spot-on job. So just check this chat here. Check this chat. William Hill. No, mate, I'm using Bet365. I'm actually going to try William Hill because I want to compare them, because one of my pals, he knows who he is, Niall O'Connor. Shout out to him. Good fighter, actually, by the way, Niall O'Connor is. If he's in this chat, nothing new, I'm picking up you. He was the one who I was always sold on. Williams Hill being very good for betting. Shout out, Mark. What's up? What's up? Knackered, mate. You are going to need to get as much. You're doing the 24-hour live stream tomorrow. I don't envy you at all. Mate, I am not envy you at all. I don't know if you caught what I said earlier, but the bet you done that I was talking to you about on Sunday, where you done the bet for, what was it, 100 quid on Fury to win, like, late stoppage, that's gone down. See, well, you're getting less money now. You're not if you've already placed the bet. But if you place that bet now, I think that's gone down by, I think it's gone down by a good bit. So people really are thinking, I can't believe how much Fury's gone down in terms of, people thinking he's going to win by knockout. So we're on William Hill. Because I used to use William Hill. I used them for a good few boxing accumulators over the years. I haven't used it in a while. So it's just slow as fuck. There we go. So let's see what they have here. Accept. I haven't used William Hill in a while, so it's as slow as fuck to get this thing to go. Okay. So let's see what they have here. They have more options, has to be said. They've more options, has to be said, definitely. But I just want to see the odds. Because they even have, like, if they think a fighter is going to get a point deducted. Okay, so here we go. We have Deontay Wilder on points. Let's see what this returns. Because I put 20 quid down and it gave me a decent amount back. This gives me the exact same for Deontay Wilder on points. Let's try Fury to win. Let's try Fury to win by TKO. By TKO. Jesus, this gives so many. Yeah, William Hill definitely gives a lot. So let's try this. Let's try Fury to win on points, rounds 11 to... Mate, the odds aren't as good on this as they are on Bet365. Seriously. Definitely not. Now, I know they're giving me extra options, but definitely I think Bet365 is better. Better odds. So my advice would be, if you're betting on this fight, Bet365. Personally, because from what I've seen so far, the odds on Bet365 look to be better than William Hill. Now, I used to use William Hill, but yeah, ever since my mate Niall told me about Bet365, I think it is better. So it looks to be a little bit better for the money. So what you got? You got Deontay Wilder by cuts. Yeah, don't rule that out. Yeah, no, don't rule it out at all. Don't rule it out at all. Big late money on Fury by late stoppage. Oh, I don't know. Wallen match should have been rubber. He lost. I don't know if he didn't lose. He won that fight pretty clearly. It was harder than it needed to be, but he won that fight definitely. So let's see what else we have on. I'll give William Hill that they definitely do. They definitely do have better kind of. They've more choice. They give you more choice on things that can go on, but I think the odds on Bet365 are definitely better. Definitely better. So let's get back to the chat here. What time again are you going live at, Mark? Just curiosity. What time is the stream starting at? And what time are we looking to go live at? Because I will definitely be locking into that 100%. I need something to get me through. I need something to noon. Okay. So I'll need something to get me through that fight. So you're going from noon tomorrow until noon Sunday. Mate, staying up for 24 hours is fine if you're not planning on doing it. Going on a night out and doing an all-nighter, yeah, that's fine. I've done it plenty of times. But physically staying up all night it's not as fun. I know you were saying you'd be locked, you'd be fucking pissed the whole night through. I'm going to be trying to get videos out at the same time, so I'll be staying sober. And that is very hard to do. Well, it's not hard to stay sober, but it's hard to stay awake. I suppose it's hard to stay awake when you're drunk too, but it's very hard to stay awake watching boxing. Very hard to stay awake watching boxing sober, because it comes about kind of 2:30, 3 o'clock. If you haven't slept yet, fuck, it is hard. You're a mental case, so it's fine. Oh man, I think we're all a bit crazy in this chat. I think we're all a little bit crazy in this chat. Truth be told. It has been a freaking crazy week for me anyway. Like the last few days, fuck me. It has just been heck. That's why I haven't got the videos out, because I've just had that much crap going on. It's not been fun. It's been a rough week. You'll be dead. Man, I know the feeling. I remember the first fight I stayed up for, and I was grand up until, and I went to bed about 6 a.m. after the first fight. And I was fine up until about 6 o'clock that evening. And that's back like December 2018. And I mean, I was out for the world. I felt like I felt like a car ran over me. And oh man, and there was a time where I used to be at this a while back. I used to be able to stay up. I'm not even that old, but I used to be able to stay up and just sit through the night, grand, no problem, easy going. I want to get those days back. I miss them days. I remember, going off topic here, but I remember when I was 18, and me and my friend, he started driving before I did, and all we ever used to do, like literally all we ever used to do, was he would pick me up at about 11 o'clock on, say, a Saturday in the morning, and we would be out until like 5 o'clock in the morning. We would just be out driving all over Dublin. We wouldn't be doing anything, we'd be drinking, we'd just driving out all over Dublin. And I mean, we used to do that routinely every other weekend. And we do it again Sunday. Wouldn't be in earlier Sunday, but man, my laptop fucking closing the chat. G-man, I said since the Wallen fight, the cuts make this. The doctor's going to call it. Yeah. If the cut was... I'm amazed. I'm amazed this fight's happened, truth be told, given the fact that the cut was 5 months ago. Literally 5 months. Nearly 5 months, basically. And I'm amazed. I'm absolutely amazed that they didn't delay this fight more. I thought the cuts would be major issue. I like... This is the one thing, like, I'm picking Tyson Fury to win this fight. And as I said, I'm not going back on my prediction. I picked him to win, and I'm sticking with that because I don't want to be... I almost feel like it takes away. Like, say, for argument's sake, I decide, right, because I'd love to be... I'd semi-tempted to go back on my prediction, but I'm not gonna. But I'd hate to be kind of the guy who would be like, right, I'm picking Fury, saying the whole time I'm picking Fury, made a video about it, and then change my mind at the last minute, and then take credit for picking Wilder. I wouldn't want to do that. So when I make a prediction, I stick with it. Even if I feel towards the end, I'm like, oh shit, this is the wrong prediction. I'm still sticking with it. And I feel Fury's going to win on points. I'm sticking with that. A lot of other people think Wilder's going to win by knockout or by stoppage. Look, it is what it is. If I went on this live stream and said, I'm changing my prediction, I'm picking Wilder to win by stoppage or by, TKO cuts, I feel like, and I don't really, I never brag about, oh yeah, I picked the right guy. But I just feel like, well, it takes it kind of away because you've spent the whole time picking Fury and then the last minute you change to Wilder. I don't know. To me, I don't know. You stay up every weekend till 6 a.m. for fights. It's the fact I'm going to be consistently streaming. That'll tire you out. Yeah, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know why. I just can't do it. I can't do it. It's not in me. It's not in me to do it anymore anyway. Maybe I'll get back to it someday. I'll get back to somewhere close to my prime where I could do staying up all night. But right now, I just can't do it, man. I'm making me sound like an old fool. Like, I know people who I work with who are 10 years older than me who could stay up all night. You do what I do. I do what you do. Are you talking to me or Mark? You get the mental breakdown of the fight. You can't move from it. Oh, yeah, I see what you get me. I see what you're getting at here. Yeah, Klitschko Lewis. Fury couldn't KO Wallen. 8 knocking out Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Fury did throw caution to the wind. He was in there with someone he could load up with more. Definitely was in there against Wallen. He could load up with someone more, and he couldn't get him out of there. But I know, I think the cut did hamper Fury, and that's another thing that's worrying me. If the cut does open, how badly is it going to hamper Tyson Fury in this rematch? Is it going to hamper him to the point where, he gets overtly aggressive and overtly reckless and Deontay Wilder just clocks him? I don't know. One thing that the guy who's boxing technician, as I said, shout out to him. Go subscribe to his channel. He does good content, very good content. He did his prediction video this evening, just literally there before I went live. And he said that if Wilder wins, the guys Al Haymon has are all tailor-made for Wilder. And I have to agree with that, because obviously Al Haymon is going to try and keep it in-house, obviously. And yeah, I think that the guys that Al Haymon has, they are tailor made for Wilder, like your Brazils, like your Kalnakis, like guys like that. And at the end of the day, if Wilder wins, and look, Wilder's a great fighter, he is, he's a very good fighter, but Al Haymon is going to keep that WBC title. We ain't getting no unifications. We ain't getting no unifications. No unifications. What do we have here? The key to staying up is what? The key to staying up, can't get tired on your heels. I think some of your chat is after like going to one side. Like I said, man, I used to be able to do all-nighters, no problem. And then I don't know. When I was in college, I could do all-nighters. When I was like, I don't know, I just can't do all-nighters anymore. Maybe eventually I'll get back to it. Who knows? But right now, I just can't do all-nighters. I have to, this is why I say I pick and choose the late night fights that I do. You know, you'll see I've done a couple of Canelo fights live late. Done the AJ fight late. Done a few late night fights, but I pick and choose them very carefully. You know, because I just don't have the energy, and like it kind of fucks me over for the week then ahead. You know, if I stay up all night, I just feel like the rest of the week I'm just kind of, you know, just a bit all over the shop. Just all over the shop. What we have here? If you can't fall asleep, can't say fall asleep. Last boxing match pay per view. Tyson Fury, Lennox Lewis. Yeah, we're getting back there now. Hopefully, something decent when it comes to, you know, fighters doing things. Have a few Mitsubishis, you'll be up all night. There you go, man. Mitsubishis. Get an Evo 8. Thing will drink you out of house and home. Gee, man, my girl's dad doesn't like me, only met me once. Okay. Random question. Very random question, Richard Michaels. I will answer that now in 2 seconds. We're kind of talking boxing here. I love the way you're asking me. You always ask me about like your dilemmas that go on. I love that. But I'll answer that now in a sec. I just want to catch up on some of these. Fake Irishman. Okay. Okay. What bookie? I think I already told you I was using Bet365. I think I've kind of done Bet365 in a nutshell. Like, I don't think, out of curiosity, actually, and the odds are like unreal. Like, the odds of Wilder knockouts versus Fury knockouts are staggering. But remember the 12th round in the first fight. Remember the 12th round in that first fight where Fury got dropped? Imagine if that happens in this fight and Kenny Bayless doesn't do a Jack Reese and he waves it off, and you have 40 quid on that. You're getting 1,320 quid back in profit. Your best friend's goldfish died. How do I tell him I killed him? Oh, man. Oh, man. That's sad. That's tragic. Goldfish died. Jesus, man. That's tragic. You're going to have a funeral for that. Do you remember that show from like the early 2000s? My Parents Are Aliens. I think they had it on Nickelodeon. And there was a scene in there where the goldfish died and they'd done a funeral for it. And it was the parents who did it. Do you remember that show? That was actually a good show back in the day. But goldfish died, man. Man, heart goes out to your mate, man. Heart goes out to him. Goldfish died. How do you tell him you killed it? Don't tell him, man. Just flush him down the toilet. Say he ran away. That's what I'd do. Flush him down the toilet. Say he ran away. Dignified ending. Dignified. We're all getting older. Can't stay up late like we used to. Ain't that true, man? Ain't that true? The years are just flying by. Seriously. Like, do you know something? Like, I always feel like I'm need to do more than I've already done. Then I meet other people who are older than me, or people who are a little bit younger than me, who've done fuck all. Like, I literally done fuck all. It makes me feel a hell of a lot better about myself. I know that sounds bad, but it makes me realize that I have plenty of time. Because sometimes I think I don't have enough time. And then I see people who are like, you know, maybe a year younger than me and are absolutely just going nowhere. And I'm thinking, okay, you need to get a move on. They're just like, fuck it, I'll be grand. And there's people who are older than me who are the same. They're just like, fuck it, I'll be grand. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're right. It's the best way to look at it. You fancy Charles Martin to win. Oh yeah, I do actually. I want to actually see the odds on Charles Martin to win. I reckon he'll stop Gerald Washington personally. Washington, I don't see it. Washington's always been. Yeah, I just think Washington. He lacks a lot of things. Let's see what some of the odds are on Washington to win this fight. So is it a 12 rounder? It's a 12 rounder. So let's go. I see it's hard to tell with Gerald Washington, it really is. But I reckon if Charles Martin's going to get him out of there, it's going to be later on in the fight. So let's go between rounds. Let's go from round 7 to 9. So I reckon if Washington gets taken out, which I reckon he will, we'll go by round 7 to 9 and we'll put 20 quid down. Nah, 95 quid. 95 quid on Charles Martin to win that by thing. Let's just go by Charles Martin by stoppage. Let's put 20 quid down on that. It's not worth your while. Not worth. Charles Martin seems like a pretty big favorite in this fight, truth be told. You know, decent favorite. Let's see Charles Martin on points then and see what they give us. Because, you know, could happen. Could happen. Say 30. Yeah, Charles Martin's not. The odds for Charles Martin versus Washington aren't as big as the odds for Wilder Fury. Strange. I thought that, well, it seems to me like they're both even Steven. I would give Charles Martin's not great. Yeah, well, it's not really worth your while, mate, to be honest with you. Putting on Charles Martin to win between them rounds, to be honest with you. This fucking laptop, I swear to God. Every time I click to bring down the chat, it just drops me out. Just drops me out. Will Joshua face the winner of Fury Wilder? If it's Wilder, I doubt it. If it's Fury, potentially. But I wouldn't even be too confident on that now, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be too confident on that now. So I would go with Martin to win. And who knows? I'm telling you now, right? Ruiz looks like he's going to face Ortiz. Fair enough. If Charles Martin beats Gerald Washington and Tyson Fury loses to Deontay Wilder, we are getting Martin versus Wilder. That is going to happen. That's going to happen. If Charles Martin wins this fight and Deontay Wilder wins, we're getting Martin versus Deontay Wilder next. Oh, yes, we are. We ain't getting Washington rematch, but if Martin wins, we're getting Wilder next. Fancy Washington TKO. Washington, he's more. There's potential there with Washington, but he's getting old now. Like, how old is Gerald Washington now at this stage? He's got to be in his mid-30s. Mid to late 30s. How old is he? Right there. 37. Jesus. He'll be 38 now in April. Oh, I thought he was younger than that. To be honest with you. He's coming off the back of a knockout win over Hellenius. He was behind in that fight. Actually, 2 scorecards had him behind in that fight. Yeah. Chisora versus Fury 3. You think he'll give White the fight? I think the beef between Wilder and White going back and forth it's getting insane now, man. It is them two are going at it. They do not like one another. Fury going to the UFC, how do you think he'll do there? Not well, to be honest with you. Not particularly well. I think that you're in one sport, not the other. I think it'd be difficult for a boxer to go to UFC and do well. But I think it'd be even harder for a UFC guy to come to boxing and do well. I think they're 2 different sports at the end of the day. So maybe go back to WWE. You know, he made a fucking bomb for WWE. All right, it's not even real. So go back to WWE, do a WrestleMania appearance or something like that, get a nice big payday, flash your title around, you know, fight The Undertaker or someone like that. What do you think of Arm's offer for Crawford to go to UFC and vice versa, McGregor? That's just front. That's just front from Bob Arum. He's not going to send Crawford to the UFC. That's just front. No, I can't see it. And McGregor does not belong anywhere near a boxing ring, you know? And McGregor belongs nowhere near a boxing ring. Joseph Parker was going to have something insane to get back into his fold. Going to have to do something insane to get back into the fold with these guys. One loss. Guys, one loss 2 years. Yeah, Joseph Parker. He is a big problem. You know, I own that saying now at this stage, but he does. He does. Who the fuck is he going to fight? Who the hell is he fighting? Who is he going to fight next? Is he going to fight Usyk? Is he going to fight Chisora? Who is he going to fight? Is he going to rematch White? Oh, Jesus Christ. Joseph Parker. I like Joseph Parker, but he just, yeah, where does he go? Who does he fight? I don't know. He's fighting this guy, Shandell Williams or Winters or something like that. You know, that just, considering at one stage we had the possibility. No, it was announced we were going to get Deontay, or not Deontay Wilder, we were going to get Parker versus Chisora. Hell of a fight. Really wanted to see that fight. Didn't get it. Didn't happen. Didn't materialize. And I really wanted to see that fight. So did a lot of people. And now we're getting him against Shandell Winters, having come off wins over Alex Leopold and Alexander Flores. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Perhaps Ruiz, unfinished business. Yeah, I'd like to see that fight, but Ruiz, Al Haymon, unless I can't see it. Parker pulled out when he turned into Spider-Man. He did. It's just, I don't know if it's true or not, right? Whether he was bit by a spider, but just come on. I mean, like, a guy with the last name Parker getting bit by a spider. Seriously? I was only watching Spider-Man 2 the other night. That's a good movie, by the way. And I mean Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I haven't seen any of the other ones. I like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. But yeah, it just... if his name was like Joseph, you know, Joseph something else, it wouldn't be as strange. But UK time for the fight or UK time for the weigh-in? I'm not sure of either. Looking for easy fights. That's out. What is it? Looks like Parker's looking for easy fights. He's out half the sport. Yeah, one fight in 2019. And look at Parker's resume. Oh, for fuck's! My laptop being an absolute waste of space. This is one thing I need to update this laptop. So let's look at Parker. Look how active he was prior to that. Like, he'd done 3 fights 2018. He'd done 2 fights 2017, 2016. 2016, the year he won his title. He had 5 fights that year, and he won his title that year, WBO title that year, and he 5 fights. 5 fights in 2016, and now he's 1 fight a year. I think it'd be closer to 4. I think it's going to be closer to 4 a.m. the fight, because normally you get it. To be honest with you, it kind of does depend as well on the undercard, how quick those fights end. But I do think they try and do it for 4 a.m. That's why I like it that's why I like it better when the fights are on the East Coast, because normally it's a little bit better. Normally it is a little bit better in terms of, you know, what time we're going to start and what time it's going to be. Let's turn that down. I am watching the boxing now, actually. Tyrone McKenna is in the ring against Mohamed Mamidi. I'm not going to do any commentary on it yet. I never rated Tyrone McKenna. He's with Pete Taylor. Pete Taylor. I don't rate him as a trainer either, truth be told. I think people are overhyped about Pete Taylor as a trainer. Pete Taylor, you know, what a man. What a man. I think it all depends on the undercard, what time the undercard finishes at. And yeah, basically, I don't think it's going to be 5 a.m. No, I don't think it'll be 5 a.m. I think it's going to be closer to 4. It was 5 a.m. when Canelo fought Kovalev because they made us wait. But realistically, they try and do it for 4 a.m. Anytime I've stayed up late and it's been on the West Coast, it's been normally in around 4 a.m. You know, if you're talking about the East Coast, then a different story. Pete Taylor is a don. Pete Taylor's something else. He really is. He's got a decent stable of fighters in Coliseum. Well, he does not. When I say a decent stable of fighters, I mean, they're not exactly the greatest fighters in the world, but he's got a big stable of fighters in the Coliseum gym. You know, I said great stable. They're not great fighters. I don't think any of them are. No names that he has, you look at and think, oh, he could be something. Keeler, McKenna, McCarthy, Gary Cully. Gary Cully's hitting the miss. I still don't see what the hype is in him. No offense to the guy. He seems like a nice guy, but I'm just not convinced by him. So Pete Taylor. And at the end of the day, Pete Taylor trained Katie Taylor. But I say that when training Katie Taylor to win a gold medal, that's like, training someone to drive a go-kart when all the other drivers are blind. It's not exactly hard to do. It'd be different, if it was, I'm going to sound sexist here, but it'd be different if it was a son, because male boxing is a lot trickier. It's a lot harder. That's why I don't watch female boxing. Come at me, but that's what fact. And as I've said it, I'm Irish, but Katie Taylor, she ain't shit. She is useless. Absolutely useless. Who am I picking? I am picking Tyson Fury. I'm looking at the Don on screen now, Mark. Look at him there. Pete Taylor. What a guy. Ted Bundy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Great name. Ted Bundy, man. He is fucked up. You beat Deontay Wilder. Kevin Rooney and Teddy Atlas work great together. Yeah, Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas is a good coach, but he's so overbearing. That's the problem. He's so overbearing. Tyrone McKenna, I don't think he's coming out with this fight. It's on screen. I don't want to be doing commentary because I want to read the chat and answer your questions at the same time. But I can't help but wonder what's going to happen. That Mohamed Mamidi, he's not great, but he's a solid European level fighter. Solid. What do I think of Hrgovic, the winner of Dubois Joyce 2021? Hrgovic is a good prospect. Very good prospect. I'm very keen on seeing how Filip Hrgovic develops. I'm excited as hell about Dubois versus Joyce. I think Dubois is going to win that fight on points. And the winner of that fight, for those who don't know, are mandated to fight Marco Huck. So they get a nice little easy fight after the fight. So whoever wins that fight has a nice, handy little defense against Marco Huck. Career cruiserweight. Marco Huck was over the hill 5 years ago. So I'm interested with all of them, to be honest with you. See Mohamed Mead, he's trying to walk Tyrone McKenna down. McKenna, I don't know. He just no real punching power. Questionable whiskers. Swinging a lot there. He does look slightly bigger than Mamidi, but he's definitely on his bike. He's flicking a jab out, but there's no real urgency on it. How is he going to keep this guy off? Mohamed Mead is trying to walk him down. So if he's flicking them shots out, I know Tyrone McKenna is long, but he's going to need to have some more steam on them shots, truth be told. He's wearing them Denaro gloves. I am a connoisseur of boxing. I love boxing gloves, but those Denaro gloves, they are beyond expensive. Like people say to me when I go to the gym, those fly gloves you have are expensive. Well, the X's aren't, but the other flies I have, they were expensive. They were 450 quid. They're over $1,000, those Denaro gloves. And they have a shamrock on. They're Italian, I think. They have a shamrock on them. They don't even look nice. And they're over $1,000. They're absolutely insane money. But yeah, in response to when I think the fight's going to start, I reckon about 4 a.m. 4 a.m., give or take. Give or take. It all does depend on how the undercard goes. If we see, sometimes as well what they do is, like, say for argument's sake, we get Navarrete ends the fight early, saying 3 rounds, Martin ends it in, say, 4 rounds. They're going to put something on in the meantime, or they'll do build up. They won't just be like, right, guys, go for your ring walk, which would be lovely if they did, but they won't do something like that. Denaro wear out super quick, allegedly. Really? I didn't know that. Everlast wear out very quick. That's one thing I'll tell you. Everlast wear out extremely quick. I've seen people who've got Everlast same time as I've got flies, and already, the power locks especially, already the padding is gone in them. So Everlasts, they wear out extremely quick. I've got a pair of MX Everlast, and they're doing all right, actually, to be honest with you, but the thumb's gone in one of them. It doesn't really bother me, to be honest with you. But the flies I have, And I mean, I use the shit out of them Fly X because I spar in them, I hit the bag in them, I hit the pads in them. Perfect. No problems. The X's are comfier than the real gloves, and the X's are 3 times cheaper. I got my Fly X's on a Black Friday sale. I think I paid, including postage, only about 130. They're only about 180. That's pounds. I paid them in euros. They're very good glove. I'm with you on Everlast, the MX just on bags. Yeah. Well, the Everlast MX I have, I don't spar on them because they're only 14 ounces. So I've only used them on bags. But they've worn, the actual padding's not worn out, but the leather is starting to wear out. And I'm not really dogging them. I don't use them that much anymore since I got the Flies, because whenever I do use the Everlasts, within about 2 rounds of using the bag, my knuckles are killing me. Like, they're really sore. And I thought it was because maybe my hands are a bit more brittle. So I gave it to one of the pros in the gym some Saturday a couple of weeks ago, and I said, look, Christian, bang these on, hit the bag, and let me know what you think of them. Because he likes puncher's gloves. He's a puncher. And he was even saying, yeah, my knuckles are sore using this. And I was like, well, it's not just me. And then you put the Flies on, you can hit the bag, you can do whatever. Fine. And I've got a few mates who've used winning gloves, because I think a lot of people compare Fly to winning. And they've said, no, the Flies they don't have as much padding as the winning. There's a little bit more give, so you can still hit hard in them. One thing to have to note is one of my mates told me that he's never hurt his wrist in a winning, but he has hurt it in a Fly. So he puts a bit more tape around the wrist of the Fly. Just as a brief note, I've hurt my wrist once in a Fly, but that was my own fault because I threw a right hook all arseways, and that was my own fault, and I knew it was going to hurt. Yeah, I like the rival gloves too. I do. I don't go out and buy them. I'm stuck with Fly, and I think I have that much Fly gear at this stage that I'm just sticking with it. But my mate Niall, he goes back and forth between Fly and rival. He stands by the rival, but Fly would be his go-to glove at this stage. The guys in the gym use rival and fight gloves. Like Craig, his first glove of choice when he fought Kieran Conway was rival. He wanted rival gloves. You know, Spike used them for a while. I think Niall wanted to use them when he was meant to have that date in America last summer. So most of the guys in the gym use rival. Because Fly are expensive at the end of the day. Even though they can pick, they're still expensive. But rival are a good glove. So look on screen here. Some decent body shots getting sunk in by these guys, to be fair. But one question I have is, what this golden contract, what's the actual eventual outcome of it? Like, they're going to get a promotional deal with a promoter, fair enough. But are they going to be, like, none of these fighters are world level fighters. They're not even European level, some of them. So what's the end goal? Is it just to be an away fighter? Are they going to get a world title shot? What are they going to get? What's the end goal of it? You know, decent body shots being sunk in there by Moeedi. Got a nice little counter left hook there. Heavyweights prefer rival. Niall Kennedy likes rival. He uses rival. They get TV dates. Yeah, they do. The winner has a big problem. Oh, yeah. There we go. The winner of the golden contract. The 3 divisions. Each of them has a big problem. They do, because they are going to get lit up when they get that contract. I'm convinced it's Bob Arum, ESPN they're going to be with. I'm convinced. And let's say Tyrone McKenna does the unthinkable and wins. Do you really think Tyrone McKenna is going to stand any chance of fighting Josh Taylor or Regis Prograis? Seriously. McKenna's an Irish guy, fair enough. But do you really think he's beating a Josh Taylor if he gets in there? Because they might do something like that. He ain't beating the Josh Taylor. Hell no. Everyone loves the old days, Holmes, 90s Briggs, and Ken Norton. How they do today? Larry Holmes, I think, would have some success. 90s Briggs didn't have that much stamina back in the 90s, so I don't know if he'd have that much success. He'd be dangerous, definitely, for the first couple of rounds. Ken Norton always struggled against punchers. So against Joshua, against Wilder, I don't see Ken Norton faring too well against them guys. McKenna KO's Prograis in 2 rounds. I really hope. I hope you're joking about that. That has a problem series is mad clickbait. I don't intend it to be clickbait. Although they do quite well, I don't intend for them to be clickbait. Do you think it's disrespectful for the boxing world to compare Fury to Muhammad Ali's accomplishments being so long out of the ring? Um. Uh, well, Tyson Fury, he was out of the ring essentially due to his own hand. You could say the same about Muhammad Ali, but he refused the draft for a silly war that never needed to happen. And I no, because I think that this Fury, although he's not probably at his best, he's not massively removed from it. He's not massively removed from it. But that Muhammad Ali who was fighting in the 70s, he was nowhere near his best. He was nowhere near his best. It's clickbait in a way; it makes you want to click, but it's not. I don't intend for those videos to be clickbait, truth be told. You know, and I always define clickbait by like your like to dislike ratio. And like those videos, they never, very seldom get dislikes. And when you see some people who use clickbait, they're getting like 200 dislikes on a video, like crazy numbers. I don't try and use clickbait. I don't want to, and I don't mean if I do, I don't mean to. But when I do the fight with a problem video, I'm not going to put a picture of them up smiling. Put it like that. Like so, when I done my Callum Smith as a problem video, I went with him and Joe Gallagher looking serious, because you're never going to go with someone and be like, "Oh, this guy has a problem," and then he's there smiling. So I always try and get them looking real serious in my thumb drives. It's more disrespectful when they compare. Oh hell yeah, gee, hell yes, Mark. It is very disrespectful when they do that. And it's the Wilder fanboys who come on my channel and tell me this, that, and the other. And at the end of the day, I just ignore it, because you don't want to become the thing you're fighting. And that's not to say I'm fighting Deontay Wilder, but just if someone is talking shit about you or giving you shit, I just leave it, mate. Seriously. Like, I know that might sound like, oh, but this, unless they physically like assault me, I ain't gonna do shit, because at the end of the day, fuck it. It just let them do what they want. They're they're just sad. And I mean that in all kind of aspects of life. People like that are just sad. If someone wants to discredit you without knowing you or say this, that, and the other, fucking leave them. Just be like, right, fuck it. I've had people say shit about me who don't even know me. And I don't mean on YouTube, I mean in real life. And you're just like, right, you want to say shit, go for it. You won't say it to my face, but fucking say whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, the people all know. So fuck you. Clickbait ain't a bad term. It's just been made. Look, some people genuinely do use clickbait, right? And I don't know why, because at the end of the day, like you're talking about viewer retention at the end of the day. So I could make a video tomorrow, right, and have Deontay Wilder, I could Photoshop a video and have Deontay Wilder with his right hand injured and be like, Wilder pulls out a Tyson Fury fight last minute with a right hand injury, right? You get 20,000 views, I might gain 2 subscribers. Those 20,000 people are clicking on to click off that video. It's viewer retention at the end of the day. So there are probably channels out there who'll do that. I don't advocate doing it. Definitely not. Because, like I said, you're not going to get much viewer retention doing it. But some people are desperate to grow, for whatever reason. They're just desperate to grow, and, they think it'll do whatever. But to be honest, it doesn't. At least not in my opinion. It doesn't do anything. And like I say, when I do a post-fight review, yeah, I put images of the fight in, but I have it everywhere. I have it in the description. I have it in the title that there's no footage. So if you're clicking on it and you're expecting footage, well, I'm sorry, but you've not read the title, because it's not there. There's no footage. Do you think Fury could have beat Lennox Lewis? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Would have been a very, very close competitive fight, though. It would not be easy for Tyson Fury to beat Lennox Lewis, but I think he could have. That's not to say I pick him necessarily, but I think he could beat Lennox Lewis. He'd need to make sure his game plan was spot on. You don't clickbait at all. Mate, I look at my channel and I just think to myself, look, I would hate it if someone was like, you're using clickbait, because I don't think I am. Like, I'd rather put up an image of the two fighters or something like that, as opposed to just me sitting facing the camera or something like that. I don't want to do that. I don't like doing that. But yeah, some people will use clickbait. And the ironic thing is, the guy who uploaded that video that I saw the other day about Wilder having Wilder pulling out with the flu, he had 60 odd. He had a big channel. So it's not like and everyone in it was like clickbait in the comment section. It had like loads of dislikes. I was like, this is someone who doesn't need the views. Like, he's got a big enough channel as it is. Like, why are you doing that? I could understand it if you were someone with 50 subscribers, trying your best and not getting anywhere. They might try. Good right hand there by Mamidi. Probably saying his name wrong, but he looks like he's getting the better of McKenna in this fight. I'm just glancing at it. But Tyrone McKenna, Jesus, he has a big problem. He has a big problem. But yeah, clickbait, just some people do it. I don't. I try not to anyway, and I don't like it when people say you did, because I don't intend to do it. Even if I did, I don't intend to do it. But yeah, Fury won the first fight. I thought he did. Also, the public vote you put up when Pete picked Josh was annoyed because Andrade was the least following. The most interesting story. Yeah, I was surprised, truth be told, that most people picked Anthony Joshua. I really was. I was like, I ended up doing it anyway, but I was really hoping they'd pick Callum Smith because I wanted to talk about him. I can't vote on my own community tab, but it wouldn't have made any difference anyway, even if I did, because they would have picked AJ anyway. I was surprised Demetrius Andre got bottom, because maybe this is me being naive, but I really did think that it would be between Demetrius Andre and Callum Smith when I put that poll up. I really did. And I threw Sergey Kovalev in there because they were talking about him going to cruiserweight, and I said, fuck it up, I'll pop him in then. Hindsight is 2020. I should have used Usyk. I'm not going to do Usyk anytime soon. Maybe give it a week or two. I say anytime soon, give it a week. That's long. With the amount of videos I upload, that's a long time for me. But yeah, and I will eventually get around to doing Demetrius Andre, but I don't want to do them every week. I like doing them. I enjoy doing the problem videos, but I don't want to do them every week. I don't want people to be like, I ask the guy who does the problem videos always constantly. I want to, keep it, I keep it like occasionally. Popping that link in again to a channel that I was talking about earlier called The Boxing Technician. I hope I'm not saying it wrong. Good little channel. Go over there and subscribe. He only has about 15 subscribers, but he makes good content. And I know how it feels to be like that, to have, and I had no one helped me when I had 15 subscribers, believe me. So go over there and subscribe to him. He's a good kid. I don't know how old he is. He could be older than me for all I know, but I'm saying he's a good kid. So go over there and subscribe to his channel. He does good content. He really does. And let's keep him active, because you're never going to grow on YouTube if you don't keep active. That's one thing I learned. So let's try and keep him active. I didn't answer your question. What question did you ask me? I don't see any questions from you here, mate. Oh, wait a minute. G-Man, my dad. Oh, yeah. The girl's dad. Mate, could be several things. Could be looking out for his missus, or his missus. Jeez. He could be looking out for his daughter. He could just be looking out for his daughter. So that could be it. He could just be a very bad judge of character. I remember, right? And I'm going to tell you this story. Some story time with G-Man. It's not long. But I remember I knew a girl once. And her dad was, he probably still is, to be fair. But her dad was always critical of any lad she ever let meet. He's no good, he's useless. Some of these guys were nice guys. And she met this guy, I knew him. And she met this guy and was like, oh, my dad loves him. He thinks he's amazing. He thinks he's this. And my dad's a good judge of character. He's just amazing. And I was like, your dad likes this guy. And the reason I was surprised, because I knew the guy pretty well. And basically, the guy slept around, was a massive drug dealer. And, it ultimately ended in tears for both of them, literally. So the dad was thinking, this guy's a good guy. Well, it goes to show what the dad knew. So, yeah, a lot of times, I wouldn't worry too much about it, mate, to be honest with you. I wouldn't worry too much about it. At the end of the day, if you're with a girl and you're happy with her, you're there to make her happy. Fuck what the dad thinks. Seriously. If your dad doesn't like you, fuck him. Make him like you. Treat your missus well. You know? Treat her well. As long as she treats you well. As long as she treats you well. As long as she treats you well. If a woman speaks to you in a disrespectful way, it's downhill from there, I'm afraid. You need to get out of that relationship ASAP. Disrespect, can't have that. Just sub, shout out, shout out. Problem videos would be next gen. I don't think Hergovich has a problem. I won't be doing one on him yet. But yeah, I honestly do. I don't understand why other people haven't done those fighters with a problem video sooner, truth be told. Because the way I've been looking at it is, right, if you're uploading the video to YouTube and you're talking about boxing, stuff like that, then if, for argument's sake, they're discussing Billy Joe facing Canelo, okay? They're discussing Billy Joe facing Canelo, and then he does a 360 and fights Callum Smith. The video you've done about Canelo, right, about Billy Joe and Canelo is redundant. Whereas if you do a video about a fighter and where they can go, what they can do, who they can fight, promotion, stuff like that, that has a much longer shelf life. So you could go back to that video in about 3 months' time and be like, you know what? He's speaking sense because this guy still has this, he still has this. You know what I mean? Like, so longevity. They might not get as many. Like, you could upload a video about Canelo and Billy Joe and it could get 1,000 views in a day. And the problem video might not get 1,000 views in a day, but it'll consistently be there. And in 3 months' time, that Canelo Billy Joe video might still have 1,000 views. That fighter with a problem video could have 3,000 views because it's still relevant. You know? Hope that makes sense. Do X has an exciting time in 2020? That's an idea, actually. And you know me, for those who don't know, I've had subscribers email me, message me on Instagram, stuff like that. If you ask me to do a video, obviously there's some videos I'm just not going to want to do. But if you ask me to do a video, 9 times out of 10, I'll do it. You know, I might not do it the next day because I might be busy or I might be thinking of something else. But if you say to me, G-Man, or email me or, message me on Instagram, if you say to me, G-Man, will you do a video about this? 9 times out of 10, I'll do it. You know, I remember someone emailed me on Insta, or he messaged me on Instagram, and he said to me, would I do a video on Fury versus Wilder sparring partners? And I said, yeah, I'll do it. Now, I didn't do it the next day. I'd done it a couple of days later, and it done really well. And I was actually thanking the guy for giving me the idea because it wouldn't have actually struck me to do it. So if people ask me to do things, like, obviously, like, if they ask me to do fighters on, fucking who wins in a fight, Anthony Ogogo versus, Chris Eubank Jr. in their prime, I'm probably not going to do it. But if you ask me something kind of relevant about now, yeah, I'll do it. No problem. Mark Anthony, how's Cleopatra? Would be perfect for that. Yeah, man, you've given me something to think about there. You really have given me something to think about there. And I think this is the positive versus negative, because I'm just thinking of fighters with a problem. You're thinking about fighters who have exciting times ahead. That's an interesting one now. I'm thinking about that now. Actually, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to have a sit down probably this evening. And I'm going to have a long, hard think about that. And Monday morning, don't be surprised if Monday morning I have a video about that. I'm going to have a long, hard think about fighters who have an exciting time ahead in 2020. Definitely. That's an idea. That's an idea. See, this is why I love doing these live streams. Because I don't interact enough with my subscribers, which I should. And I don't live stream enough, which I also should. Because, like, I don't give a shit. Like, Super Chat is there. I don't care. You never hear me ask. I just like chatting with the subscribers, answering questions. Like, I like the way someone actually comes in and asks me, oh, do you know what I should do about my missus? Her dad doesn't like me. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll ask that. Have you any bets placed in the fight? I don't yet, but you should have come onto this stream earlier when we were looking at the bets. I still have Bet365 open, actually, for you, just in case. We were looking at some of the odds and some of the kind of things that could happen. I'm on the wrong fight. But the amount that you could earn from some, I don't want to say they're probable, that possibly could happen. I find it unlikely, but some of them are worth maybe, a bet or two, was pretty decent. I remember Mark, shout out to him. He was saying to me on Sunday that he had 100 quid down on Tyson Fury to win in rounds, I think 10, 12. I think Mark you were going to get more for your bet than you would today. But even still, you're up 2.5 grand if that comes true. And obviously, I'm not picking Fury to win by stoppage, but if he does, it will be late. So, it's interesting. Bet365, though. I went on to William Hill, and they're fairly similar in terms of the betting, but I definitely think that Bet365 does the better odds there. Mark Anthony, definitely Bet365. I think they do William Hill have more choice. They'll give you like odds on which fighter is going to get docked a point. Okay, I'm not going to be giving a shit about that. But in terms of who's going to win this round and odds, a Bet365 is much better. You have a massive Irish knowledge with inside you stuff. Be good to get info on. In terms of like what, as in like Irish fighters, just Ireland in general. Crypto, I never use it. Never use it. Let's have a check. Because I only plan on doing a half-hour live stream. We've gone over an hour, but fuck it. Fuck it. I like doing live streams. I don't do enough of them, and I like had a shit day, so this is actually making my day today doing this. Believe it or not. Oh, you use cryptocurrency? Oh, shit. Okay, thank you. You could have told me that before and made myself look like an idiot. As if I needed help. I remember once I worked with a guy, and jokingly, he was honest for like, I think he was only in the company like about 2 days, and he was working with me. And I jokingly said to him, your job is not to make me look stupid. Literally, I said, your job is not to make me look stupid. And I said it jokingly. And the managing director, he brought the new HR lady in. And he said something to the effect of like, this is G-Man. He knows this. And I can't remember exactly. But I think there was something that was switched off. And he knew it was switched off, but he didn't tell me. And I end up going like a gobshite, being like, oh, you need to look at this. And everything was all switched off. And he just looked at me with this big kind of simple head in him. And I was like, well, you weren't doing your job there, dipshit. You made me look real stupid. And we laughed at it. We were cool. We were mates, like, so we were cool. But yeah, made me look a right dipshit there. Fury going to make Wilder angry for the first 2 or 3 rounds. Till he gets bloodthirsty, starts windmilling. You can see him stopping between. Interesting. Interesting. What else do we have? No, I didn't see the Glenn McCrory interview about that, but I'll definitely have to have a look of it. Definitely have a look of it. I think Fury needs to go Deontay Wilder as much as he can in this fight, to be honest with you. I really do. I'm sorry, I just seen a right hand go. Tyrone McKenna looks like he's taking a beating in this fight. Yeah, Tyrone McKenna's getting stopped here, people. His face looks bashed up. Pete Taylor does a lot of things, but he doesn't teach his fighters defense. I'll tell you that. Tyrone McKenna, Pete Taylor. Don Taylor. What a man. What a man. I don't train out of his gym, so I can get away with saying these kind of things. Saw a feeling about British gangster brothers who were boxers. Can't even name it. Honestly, I can't. Honestly, I can't. Can't tell you. Don't know. Yeah, Tyrone McKenna is looking amazing with Don Taylor. Do you know what? Like, and I'm not saying this just because I know him, but like when I see fighters who've been like in the Celtic Warriors gym or stuff like that, and they leave to go to Pete Taylor, I think they look worse. And I'm not saying it because I know Pascal Collins and stuff like that, but I think Pascal Collins is, for my money, and I'm not trying to sound biased, the best trainer in Ireland. In terms of just homegrown Irish talent, Pascal Collins does a much better job on his fighters than Pete Taylor. I got him Don Taylor there for a sec. I think Pascal Collins does a much better job on his fighters. Look more round. They just look better. And I'm not saying it just because I know him. It's just in general. Just a general. You don't have to look at them, but you can see it. Let's see what else we have. Don Taylor. I still think O'Hara Davis is winning this, competition. That Mamidi guy, he beat Sam Egerton there a little while back in a split decision, and I think he boxed ears off Sam Egerton in that fight, and it was a split decision. That was back when Sam Egerton was, he was good friends with Barry Hearn. Barry Hearn was taking a break from darts to see Sam Egerton. He was taking a break. My darts channel, I still haven't even uploaded to that yet. Will eventually come, but I'm taking my sweet time with that darts channel, which is crazy because I've seen some dart channels who've only started like the last 2 months, and they're already at like 3,000-4,000 subscribers because there's just no one doing it. There's no one talking about darts. But that's neither here nor there. It's the boxing stream. Imagine if Wilder knocked Fury out in the round. Oh, would cause an insane atmosphere. Oh my God. If that fight ended in a round, fuck. I can't see it, but yeah, it'd be insane. It would be insane if that fight ended in a round. Seriously. A lot of different accents in the UK. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Like when I'd never been to London before prior till the start of this month when I met Ade. And I mean, I will tell you now, I got in the taxi because I got it to the city airport, and I got into that London taxi, and I thought this lad was Eastern European. He was from East London. I just never heard an accent as strong as that. And I never heard a proper East London accent that strong. I was like, this guy. I was like, this guy must be Romanian. And he's like, you all right, mate? Where you going? I can't do an East London accent, obviously. But yeah, damn. Tyrone McKenna is getting battered. He is getting battered. And he still has a minute and a bit to go. And this Muhammad, he's not a noted puncher. Jesus Christ. And O'Hara Davis would have lit Tyrone McKenna up like a Christmas tree. Like McKenna, I don't know. I really don't know. Pete Taylor, huh? Working his magic. Mark, he's getting ready for the 24-hour stream. I will be locking in with him. I'll be going kind of in and out of the stream tomorrow. I won't be in it the whole day with as in in the chat and all. I'll be going in and out of it because I'll be doing my own kind of thing tomorrow. I do have a life outside YouTube. I want to go to the gym and I want to, do certain things. I was looking at a text from my mate there. I want to do certain things tomorrow, but I'll be locked in with Mark tomorrow at some stage. I think we have much to discuss in the grand scheme of things in the landscape of boxing. Remember when Beza was champion Sam Egerton to be the next best thing before he lost to the guy McKenna's losing to? Oh, I do. Who remembers the offer? I think it was 100 grand that was made to Sam Egerton to fight the one and only Danny Garcia. Could you imagine if that fight had happened? And Sam Egerton was upset that they turned that fight down. And they say Eddie Hearn doesn't have the fighter's best interest. Sam Egerton would have got absolutely destroyed. He would have got annihilated. Oh my God, there's Tony Bellew on screen. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye. It has to be said on certain things. It has to be said he's in there with Jezza Dickens. Yeah, me and Bellew, for those who've watched my channel, will know that I'm not his biggest fan. In terms of him as a commentator and as an announcer and stuff like that, I'm not his biggest fan. As a fighter, I always liked Bellew. But as an announcer and commentator and matchroom, playboy, oh boy. Yeah, it would have been a hell of a beating. He would have. Oh, it's not even funny. It's not even been funny. He would have got a hell of a beating. Gee, man, great chats. Bye, everyone. Shout out, man. Shout out. Seriously, shout out. Bellew was lucky when he met Hearn. When he did. You mean Hearn, obviously. Yeah, I remember that was crazy. I remember that Paulie was throwing the biggest punch of 16. I just stood there and took it. Yeah, well, Paulie's always been feather fisted, but still, you don't want to just stand there and let someone throw punches at you for no reason. Now, at the end of the day, that's how you end up. Sam Egerton already sounds a little bit slurry. He's on the. Oh, I should say, you do know he's on. He's fighting on Channel 5 on that Mick Hennessy show. He is on that Mick Hennessy show. So I don't. Is he still? He's been fighting on loads of different shows. He's been on Hearn shows. He's on Mick Hennessy shows. Now, what's up with Sam Egerton? You know, because he's coming off the back of a good win over that Italian guy he knocked out there last September, I think it was. McKenna being stubborn, giving a bit of resistance there. But he is just getting a walk down. Like, I've not really been paying attention to this fight. I won't be doing a post-fight review for it, obviously. I'll do a review for Davis's fight, but I'm not going to be doing one for this fight. Two reasons. One, McKenna just bores the shit out of me. And second, I just haven't been watching it enough to be able to do, decent shot there when McKenna got in there. But this is a 10 round. This is 10 round decision written all over it. Yeah, he does, but that is a very flimsy strategy to do. Waiting for someone to get tired while they throw punches. I mean, that is just asking for trouble. Really is. Really is. Egerton at welterweight, I'm not going to say he was useful because he wasn't, but he could get by with doing certain things. You know, he could get away with it at that level. When he moved up to 154, he couldn't. And obviously, if you give him a bit of boxing, like Bradley Skeet, we know is chinny, very chinny. And, you know, he was able to box and stay away from. I thought the referee was stopping that fight there for a sec. He didn't. Bradley Skeet was able to outbox him. Yeah, McKenna did have a go. He did. He came to fight, came to give it a go. But, you know, it is what it is. That strategy only works with feather fisted fight. Indeed, it does. You know, you fight a big puncher, you'll know all about it. You know, you won't do that to a big puncher. Not a hope. Not a hope. But, you know, as I said, we're going to the last round. So I'm going to stay tuned until the last round of this fight, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But Bellew was lucky when he met Hearn. Yeah, Eddie Hearn done wonders for Bellew's career now, to be fair. He really did. You know, there's no taking away. And at the end of the day, look at Makabu. Like, I swear to God, like, I criticize Bellew, but look at the job he did in Makabu. And Makabu has gone on to win Bellew's old title. So Bellew was fairly useful as a fighter. It has to be said. And I give him all the credit in the world. He was fairly useful. But, you know, as a commentator, you know, he leaves a lot to be desired. Skeet is the worst fighter to watch. Yeah, he's not exactly entertaining. He's not exactly entertaining. For some reason, I think Usyk knocks out Wilder. I don't think he knocks out Wilder. I think he's the power. Well, I think Usyk gives Wilder all kinds of trouble. All types of issues. Bellew, what a guy. I'm hoping McKellar doesn't try to fight inside. After the fight. McKenna going to get a bollock from Pete Taylor after the fight. McKenna, again, like Pete Taylor, he's a nice stable of fighters, but like I've never rated Pete Taylor as a coach. You know, it has to be said. Like, it's good what he does. You know, he's keen on getting his fighters fit. He's that Coliseum gym, this, that, and the other. But like, when I look at his fighters, just from every kind of aspect, like none of them strike me as being particularly good. At the end of the day, you can't. Yeah, the trainer's only as good as the fighter, but still, the trainer has a say in it. And as I said, like when I look at Pascal Collins fighters, and some of the fighters who've gone from Pascal, like Luke Keeler, I don't think they look any better. You know, Josh Warrington, had his fight been made yet? Not yet. Not yet. No, not yet. They'll give him an easy fight. They'll give him an easy voluntary, and then they'll do the Kid Galahad rematch. I really hope they don't do it on pay-per-view. Oh my God, I really hope they don't do it on pay-per-view. Leeds ground. Oh no, they'll do a warm-up fight. They'll probably put Galahad on the undercard, but I reckon they'll do a warm-up fight. I really hope they don't do that fight on pay-per-view because that is a crap fight. Oh my God, it's a stinker. First fight was a snooze fest. First fight was a stinker. Don't want to see it again. Seriously. We don't want to see that again. We've been there, done that. But IBF are sticklers. And again, I don't understand why they're giving a guy who lost an immediate, shot to become mandatory again. Bizarre. But boxing, hell of a sport. Really? U2 K2 promoter has said that he's not been satisfied with the level of opposition Eddie Hearn's providing. They want a guy 6'6". Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, when I knew that fight with Chisora was up in the water when I heard what they were saying. You know, when you had one end of the promotion saying this and the other end saying this, to me, I was like, we're not getting this fight. Because if you're co-promoted and they're not in agreement, how in God's name are you going to get the fight made? I was watching this fight here. If this Mamidi guy, if it wasn't for the fact that he really can't punch, McKenna he is blocking punches with his head in here. He would be in all types of trouble. McKenna, decent fringe European level fighter. Yeah, Warrington, big fight in America. Who knows? Who knows? I think it'd make more sense. I don't see why you'd put him in America, truth be told. You know, if you want to give him a fight before he fights Galahad, do it in the UK and have Galahad in your undercard. At least then it's not going to be an exciting fight, but at least then it gets people aware of it. It gets people talking about it rather than, you know, doing it in the States and then, you know, just do it in Leeds, do it in Leeds Arena or something like that and just get Galahad in your undercard. That's what I would do if I was the promoter. Would you say Usyk will get out with the matchroom contract and join Top Rank? I've heard that been rumored for the last year. April last year was when I first heard that Usyk was looking to leave Eddie Hearn and join Bob Arum. That's when I first heard that. And I don't know, truth be told. I honestly don't know. Couldn't tell you. Would I be he's fought on Bob Arum shows before, has Alexander Usyk, so I wouldn't be shocked if he did. And that's me being honest. I wouldn't be shocked. No. At the end of the day, like, people have said to me, oh, gee, man, are you a little bit biased towards Matchroom? Or you just... I'm biased towards the fighter at the end of the day. If Bob Arum does a better job for Usyk, get the hell away from Eddie Hearn, go to Usyk. If Eddie Hearn does a better job with you than Frank Warren, get the hell away from Frank Warren and go to Eddie Hearn. Do who will do best for you. You're the fighter. You're the one taking the punches. You're the one who needs the money, not the promoter. The promoter can promote long after you retire, but you need to strike while the iron's hot. No room for loyalty. No room for loyalty. Russell Jr. and Stevens will make a fool of Warrington. Russell Jr., man, if he ever fights... Russell Jr. is a good fighter, but if he ever fights... But I think Stevens is the best. Score Stevens, number one in that division for my money. Let's see. We got the decision. Let's see who's getting it. Obviously, it's not Tyrone McKenna. Got barred from pillar to post. Don't know what the scorecards are because I have the TV muted. No copyright strikes on this channel. Don't want another one. Got one last year. Don't want another one. Although Sky have been very good to this channel. They've never given me a copyright strike. It was Showtime who gave me that. And I'm waiting here. Oh, they haven't announced it. Do you think the Zone, will get PBC? Nope. Could be a robbery. Doubt it. Doubt it. Doubt this fight's going to be a robbery. McKenna got barred. Mate, no, McKenna got barred. From what I've seen, every time I looked at the TV, he was getting a beating. So, McKenna, yeah, he lost, I think. No, they haven't announced it yet. See, it's just the problem with watching when you're muted. You can never tell. Waiting for this decision here. If they do give this fight to McKenna, just based on what I've seen, I'd be amazed. Be amazed. Let's have a check here. What? They give the fight to McKenna. Oh my sweet Jesus. The guy that... Oh my God. 7-3. Fuck right off. That is just to get the O'Hara Davis fight in the final. That is insanity. I wasn't scoring this, but every time I looked over, he was getting the crap beaten out of him. Like, you even heard me say, if this guy could punch, he'd have stopped McKenna. Oh my God. The guy in the ring is going apeshit. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, McKenna, look. Oh my God. Kenna's fate is cut. I said it earlier that if this guy could punch a bit, McKenna's getting out of there. Oh my God. Don Taylor. There you go. Don Pete Taylor. What are you doing, son? Holy shit. Crazy. MTK want Davis versus McKenna. Look, McKenna is going to get the shit beaten out of him by O'Hara Davis. Fact. I was watching a Beterbiev interview on a Russian podcast. He said he joined Top Rank, Eddie Hearn approached and told him he wanted to fight. Ooh, interesting. Wouldn't mind that fight. You thought McKenna done enough to win, or the other guy? Look at the other guy's reaction when he got the thing. He's jumping up and down the ring. Oh my God. And I thought I had a bad day today. Fuck me. And I did have a bad day. I had a terrible day today. Like the Joker. And I thought my jokes were bad. Yeah, I thought my day was bad. Fuck. Holy shit. Unreal. Unbelievable. Boxing for you. That's boxing. I love this sport, but there are times I hate it. I love this sport, but there are times I hate it. Unreal. Unreal. Right, peeps. I'm calling it. I got a good hour and a half in tonight. I enjoyed every minute of it. You've made my day. All the subscribers in the live stream, because I said, and I genuinely did. I had a horrible day today. True, like I'm not going to go into it. I had a horrible day today. I had a lot of things go wrong. Reminded about things that, you know, crap things basically. And yeah, that horrible day. And live stream made up for some of it. Anyway. So thanks again for everyone who was in it. I'm going to leave it with this. Probably going to get a video out tomorrow at some stage. I don't know what's going to be about. But before I go, I want to give a shout out, 2 shout outs. And I'm selling this kid. He better be thanking me for this. I'm selling 2 people on this channel. So I want to shout out, before I go, link to his channel. There you go. Boxing Technician. Good kid. Go and subscribe to his channel. Put some good content up there. Let's try and get the ball rolling on his channel. And I want to shout out as well, Old School 3000. You have given me a great little idea for videos moving forward. That X has an exciting time in 2020. I am definitely going to make some videos on that this weekend. And expect, I don't always like making promises because I always put a lot of pressure on myself to make them. But I'm making a promise that I will do a video. I will have a research and I will look at it this weekend. And I will make a video about that on Monday. About a fighter with an exciting time in 2020. Mark my words. That's what I'm going to do. So shout out to everyone in the chat. I hope you enjoy your Friday night. I will talk to you because I am tired and it is roasted because I have the fire still on and I'm not taking any breaks from the chat to switch it off, and I'm absolutely roasting. So shout out to everyone in the chat. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see how this fight tomorrow goes. Oh yeah, you're going to see a post-fight review from me probably later. Maybe. I thought O'Hara Davis was on this card. I don't think he is. No, it says he is. Has he already fought? I don't know. But let's see. I will talk to you after, people.